Yo, dudes, the Empire's pretty chill. Maybe you could, join it or something.
Lucamus Prime here, so it's time for another franchise ranking video. Today guys, I want to be ranking another trilogy this time, and this trilogy is going to be for a trilogy which in my opinion is very underrated, and it is none other than, as you just by the title, the Night at Museum trilogy. So yeah, so guys, I'm going to be ranking all three films, and yeah, I'm going to be ranking them from best to worst, because it is one that I personally do not like, guys, so this is my opinion. So if you guys don't agree, that's absolutely fine, but please respect my opinion just like I respect yours. Okay, so let's begin my ranking, shall we? So, starting with what is my all-time favorite Night at the Museum movie, I'm going to go with what is definitely the best one in my opinion, which is going to be the third film, Night at the Museum: Secrets of a Tomb, released in 2014. And yeah, like the other films, this was of course directed by Sean Levi, and yeah, so some of the good qualities is, I really love the entire cast, guys. So, for example, I love Ben Stiller as Larry Daly, the main character, and yeah, this is definitely my favourite live-action role of Ben Stiller, absolutely. And other cast members I do also like is, this we introduced many new characters. For example, they introduced Rachel Harris as Madeline Phelps, who was a pretty cool character. I liked her in her role. Oh, I like her more as Susan Heffley in the Dive with My Kid movies, and also I also like the addition of Rebel Wilson as Tilly, the security guard of the British Museum. And yeah. And Larry's son Nick appears, guys, but he's been recast with a different actor, because I believe J.H.A. was getting older, so they cast a younger actor to fit Nick's age, and yeah. And it was also nice how this movie also brought back, who is probably my favourite villain in the franchise, but in a supporting role this time, in an extended cameo appearance, which was Cecil Fredericks, who is the retired security guard, yeah. And played by the great Dick Van Dyke, and yeah. With regards to movies, it's been one of my favourite role of Dick Van Dyke, definitely, and yeah. And he was very good in his supporting role in this movie. I like how he's changed for actually being friendly towards Larry this time, and he agrees to help him with understanding the tablet, which is responsible for bringing the exhibitions to life, and yeah. And it was also really cool how even the other guards appeared, such as Reginald, played by Bill Cobbs, and we even got Gus returning, played by Mickey Rooney, and yeah. Gus will get on to in the bad qualities of the first movie, but I did like him the most in this movie, because he was much better in this movie, in my opinion, compared to the first movie, and yeah. And sadly, guys, this was, I think, one of the final roles of Mickey Rooney, who tragically passed away in April of 2014, but yeah, he was able to film this cameo before he passed away, so yeah, because he filmed it before his death in April, and yeah. And then let's go on to, as well, other characters who I also liked. When it comes to the exhibitions, my favourite is definitely the exhibition of Theodore Roosevelt, the waxwork of him, played by the legendary Robin Williams, one of my favourite comedians of all time. And yeah, what about this movie, guys, is I do love how they gave Teddy Roosevelt's waxwork a very big role in the story this time. I did love that, and also the others too. I also as well like the addition as well of Rami Malek as Akhmenmar, who is a mummy of an ancient pharaoh. This is one of my favourite role of his with regards to movies so far. He was very good in the role. I also, as well, of course, did lots like the addition of Steve Coogan as Octavius. He was also very entertaining in his role. And also, as well, Owen Wilson as Jedediah, who is the cowboy. And yeah, those two were great comic relief in my opinion, guys. And yeah, entertaining. And I also, as well, liked other characters who appeared. When it regards to new characters, my favourite is probably Meren Kara, who is the father of that member, played by Sir Ben Kingsley. And this might be my favourite role of Sir Ben Kingsley, guys, actually, because he was very good in this role, in my opinion. And yeah, I also, as well, did like the mother of that member, who is called Shepseret, played by Anjali J. Yeah, she was also very good in her role, as mother. And also Brad Garrett as the voice of the Easter Island head as well. He was really fun in his role, and yeah, it's pretty funny how, pretty much the only things he says is gum gum. And yeah, but I know Brad Garrett from DC as a voice of Lobo, guys, in many projects he was in, so yeah, but he's definitely great in this, very entertaining. And also, I also like the addition of Attilly the Hun, played by Patrick Gallagher, very entertaining. What's also cool is there's even an exhibition who looks a lot like Larry, called La, who is a Neanderthal, which is pretty cool. And yeah, and Ben Stiller actually played him as well, which was actually pretty funny in my opinion, guys. Yeah. And other quality was about this movie, guys, is I think it has great visual effects in my opinion, and great CGI. Definitely an improvement to previous two due to a bit later technology, absolutely. And yeah, I also love how they also gave more story to Memoir, because I feel in previous two movies he was quite underused and we didn't give him very much background and anything like that. So I like how this movie gave him more story and introduced us to his parents. I did like that. It was really good. And like I said before, I do like how they gave the exhibitions pretty big roles in the story this time, which I did like, especially Teddy Roosevelt, who plays a big role, thankfully, which I did love. And also the humour, in my opinion, was also really funny. Like, one thing I definitely did love, guys, was definitely the cameo appearance by the great Hugh Jackman playing himself at a play as King Arthur, which was actually pretty funny in my opinion. And also Alice Eve as well was in it as Guinevere, who is in it as well. Yeah, it was actually really funny seeing that. And yeah, and it was also really funny how Lancelot, who was played by Dan Stevens, actually thought they were they were part of the exhibitions with him, but no, they were actually real people played by actors. So yeah, that was actually really funny, and it was also hilarious how Hugh Jackman did his Wolverine pose and the roaring as well. I did like that. We even heard the X-Men theme in the background as well. It was actually really awesome and really funny. Lancelot was definitely entertaining as well. And when it comes to as well to speaking of music, I did also love Alan Silverstride's score for this, because he composed for the entire trilogy, guys. He really did great music in my opinion. I did love that, especially the main theme. I do think is pretty nice to listen to as well. And also as well, guys, I do love how this movie also gave a very lovely tribute to both Robin Williams and Mickey Rooney in the credits, which was very nice. And because they both unfortunately passed away before this movie came out. And you know what's sad, guys, is that the scene where Teddy Roosevelt says goodbye to Larry, and for the last time, and his last lines are "Smile at my boy, it's sunrise." Is it me, guys, or is that actually does feel like Robin Williams is saying goodbye not just to Larry but to us? It literally feels like he's saying goodbye to all of us. It really does feel like that. It really feels like he's all saying farewell to us. And yeah, a very touching scene in my opinion, guys. And yeah. And unfortunately, guys, they were, of course, his last words he said in a live-action movie, because, for those you don't know, this was Robin Williams' last live-action movie after he died, whereas his final film, Absolutely Anything, a comedy with starring Simon Pegg, would only feature his voice as a talking dog called Dennis. So, yeah, this was his final live-action movie. So, yeah, it does really feel sad seeing him say his last words. And, yeah. However, guys, but in my opinion, this movie gave us the perfect ending of it, because I do love how it ended with a very nice party in the museum. I did love that. And it was also finally revealed that Dr. McPhee, played by the great Ricky Gervais, one of my favourite comedians, he finally finds out that the exhibitions are real, and yeah, all the animals and all the statues, yeah, they're all coming to life. And yeah, I love, and I think seeing them all dancing together, having a good time, that, in my opinion, guys, is the true end of the franchise. And I like to pretend that Disney are not planning on making another movie. So yeah. Anyway, guys, so I'll give this movie a flat out 10 out of 10. It's my favourite out of the trilogy. I really love it, and definitely gave us a beautiful ending to the story. So yeah, now on to my second favourite in the franchise. We're going to go back to, which is the first one, Night at the Museum, released in 2006, directed, of course, by Levi. And yeah, so in my opinion, this movie is good, guys, but there's a couple of reasons why I prefer the third movie over this one, but also good quality. So the actor by the cast is still really great, from Ben Stiller, and of course Dylan Dye, because I said before, and Mickey Rooney and Bill Cobbs. Jake Cherry was also very good as Nick in this movie as well, really good in the role. Ricky Gervais was also very great as Dr. McPhee as well, really funny as him in many areas. Kim Raver was also very good as Erica, Nick's mother. We've got an appearance by Paul Rudd as Don, who is a fiance of Erica, guys, which is pretty cool. So yeah. The animatronics the exhibitions were also entertaining as always. Like Robin Williams as Teddy, and also Patrick Gallagher as Attila, Rami Malek as Agamemnon, Steve Coogan as Octavius, and Owen Wilson as Jedediah, and many others as well were great. And Brad Garrett as the voice of East Island Head. And also Dexter Monkey is also really adorable, guys, played by Christopher Monkey, really cute. And yeah. And the humour was also really funny, guys. Definitely really entertaining and also as well. Alan Silvestride's score was also really amazing and definitely beautifully composed, in my opinion. Very great score from him. And the main villain being Cecil Frederick was also entertaining. Great villain. He's my favourite out of the franchise. My personal favourite villain because he was entertaining and definitely very compelling, in my opinion. It was a pretty cool plot twist to reveal that he's a villain. I didn't expect that at all. It came out of nowhere that he was a villain. It was pretty surprising, in my opinion. And yeah, on to bad quality of the Water Out movie, guys. What I did like Rami Malek as Aquaman in this movie, I didn't like how he didn't appear until way over an hour into the movie. I feel he was very underused, guys. Disappointing, in my opinion. But yeah, kind of like on the same level underused as he was as Safin in No Time to Die, in my opinion, guys. Yeah, disappointing, to be honest. And also, I think the CGI for several of the skeleton exhibitions doesn't really hold up to 2022 standards, in my opinion. Not very good CGI, in my opinion. And also, when it comes to Ghost, guys, while I did like Mickey Rooney's performance as him, I feel Ghost was a pretty mean character who got my nerves a little bit. Like, I didn't really like him that much. He was pretty mean. Didn't really like him. I prefer Cecil way more, to be honest, guys. But yeah, Ghost didn't really work for me, in my opinion, guys. He just annoyed me a lot. So yeah, and plus when it comes to the addition of Carla Gugino as Rebecca Hutman, you know, it looks like, you know, she may be a potential romance for Larry, maybe, but unfortunately, it looks like it's not going to happen because she's never seen again after this movie, sadly, guys. So a bit of a shame, really. There was a wasted potential there. So yeah, bit of a shame. But yeah. But on that, guys, I think this is a good movie, and I give this movie an 8 out of 10. You know, it's a very good movie, in my opinion, pretty underrated, but yeah, it's because of bad quality, like Ryan Mount being underused, and also the CGI for skeletons, and also Gus being really mean and stuff like that, you know, that I don't give it 10 out of 10 like I did to a third movie, because, you know, I feel very reason why, really, but, you know, I don't like it as much. But it's still a good movie, guys, and guys, it's also definitely way better than the next one we're going to get to, so yeah. So, guys, in third place, we get to what is, in my opinion, the worst out of the trilogy, and yeah, the worst one in my opinion, guys. So in third place is definitely Night Museum, Battle at Smithsonian, released in 2009, directed again by Sean Levi. So yeah, now I don't think it's actually a god awful movie, guys. Like a god awful movie, in my opinion, not like a terrible movie, but in my opinion, it's the worst out of this original trilogy, and we'll get to why. So a good quality, I will say, is that Tamara cast is still really good, in my opinion, you know, like from Ben Stiller returning, and Ricky Gervais, Jake Cherry, and several others who returned as well. Yeah. And we even got an appearance by Ed Helms as Ed, guys, who's the assistant to Larry, and also a cameo appearance by Jonah Hill as Brandon, who's a security guard at the Smithsonian. And yeah, when it comes to new characters, I did like the addition of Amy Adams as Amelia Earhart, a waxwork of her. She was really good in her, but I like her way more as Lois Lane in the DC Extended Universe, guys. I also liked Mindy Kaling as Dawson's, and we even got an appearance by George Foreman as himself, and Sean Levi appeared as an infomercial father, which was pretty cool. The director himself appeared, and yeah. Amy Adams even appeared as a woman at the end of a movie called Tess, so yeah, wonder where that was leading to, yeah. But it wasn't very much potential because, you know, she didn't appear in the third movie, so yeah. And I'm glad that they erased that, because this is one of the bad qualities of a movie. The music as well by Alan Silverstrider was also great as always, guys. He does great music in all three movies, in my opinion. The visuals are also really good as well, in my opinion. Definitely step up from the first movie, but you know what, I prefer the visuals in the third movie more, to be honest. And yeah, when it comes to the exhibits, the actors who play them are still really good, in my opinion. Like Robin Williams as Teddy, and also Amy Adams, I already mentioned, as Amelia, and the villain was Carl Munro, who is the older brother at Memma, played by Hank Azaria. It's probably my favourite live-action role of Hank Azaria, guys. But when it comes to his voice work, I like his voice work in The Simpsons way more, to be honest, guys. And it's also his voice work as Venom in the 1994 Spider-Man show as well. And he also as well voiced the Thinker, and also the statue of Abraham Lincoln as well, which was really cool, guys. And yeah, and the other villains were also pretty good, like Christopher Guest as Ivan the Terrible, and Alan Chabat as Napoleon Bonaparte, and also John Bernthal as Al Capone. And it which is pretty cool, but I like John Bernthal far more as a Punisher, guys, in the Netflix show, and Shane on Walking Dead. But yeah, he was really good as Al Capone, in my opinion. Steve Coogan was also good as Octavius, and so was Owen Wilson as Jedediah. We even got an appearance by Bill Hader as George Armstrong Custer, which was pretty cool. And yeah, really good castings, in my opinion, you know, for the exhibitions. But on to bad quality horror, guys. In my opinion, I feel many characters who returned from the first movie were pretty underused. For example, Teddy was underused because, despite getting voiced by Robin Williams, he doesn't appear very much in the movie. He only appears like at the beginning and the end, which I didn't like. A bit disappointing in my opinion, guys. And then again, well, he does appear as like a bust halfway through a movie voiced by Robin Williams, so I guess that was going to include a bust of him. And also as well, and I also think App Memo was also underused as well, which is disappointing. I mean, thankfully Jedediah does still appear in the movie quite a lot, thankfully, but yeah, I wish that App Memo and Teddy appeared more. There's probably others who are underused as well, yeah. Like East Island Head and Attila were underused as well, which I personally did not like. I also as well really hated how they underused Nick because compared to the first movie where he played a very great supporting role as like a great sidekick to his father, he only appears in one scene, guys. He was absolutely wasted. I mean, the other thing he does is he provides assistance for his father via, like, you know, comms, helping him to break into the Smithsonian to, you know, free his friends. And that's it. We never see Nick again. So one absolute waste that was. Like, that was absolutely disappointing in my opinion, guys, how they wasted Nick. Like, how could we do that? And also, you know, I said that I'm glad they didn't bring back Amelia Earhart in the third movie, guys. I'm glad because of this is for bad quality, because I personally don't like the romance between Larry and Amelia. Like, it's absolutely pointless in my opinion, guys, because she's not real. She's a waxwork. So it's all going to lead to nothing. You know, she's not real. So I just think that was just a very stupid subplot in my opinion, guys. Totally unnecessary and pointless because she's not real. So, yeah. So I'm very glad she didn't return in the third movie, which I'm glad about. And also as well, I didn't like how they cut a cameo appearance out of the caretakers from the first movie, because they were going to have a cameo appearance, guys, with the actors reprising their roles. You know, like Dick Van Dyke was going to turn as Cecil, so was Bill Cobbs as Reginald, and also Mickey Rooney as Ghost, but they didn't appear, which was a big shame. And I also, as well, did not like the scene where Darth Vader appeared, guys, because I really hated how Cameron insulted him, you know, and made fun of his choking and stuff like that. So, like, I'm thinking, don't insult my favourite Star Wars character like that. Oh, my God. I hated that scene. And in my opinion, guys, that kind of appearance was also poorly executed, because Darth Vader didn't even say a single word. He just did his breathing and tried to choke Cameron, and that's it. Like, why didn't he say one word? They could have even got James Earl Jones to reprise his role. I mean, they got Oscar Grouch to appear, voiced by Carol Spinney, reprising his role as him from Sesame Street. But why can't we get James Earl Jones back as Darth Vader? What an absolute waste that was. A big missed opportunity in my opinion, guys. Disappointing. And yeah, and I didn't like how they made fun of him either, which was just pretty stupid. And I feel we dragged on on a bit as well, got a bit boring in my opinion. But you know, thankfully the acting and the visuals and music is probably the good thing about it, and the villains, I guess. But yeah, but nonetheless, well, guys, because I don't like the movie, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. But yeah. So guys, that's my ranking of Night Museum. So first place will be Secret of a Tomb, second place will be the first movie, and third place will definitely have to be Battle of Smithsonian, because I personally don't like that movie. But guys, I'd rather watch that over the planned reboot sequel we're getting, which is about Carmen Rising. And yeah, like, I personally don't like the idea of this, because Secret of a Tomb, in my opinion, perfectly wrapped up the story, completed it. So I don't see any reason for them to do it a movie, which is a sequel to it. Like, I'm not liking it at all, where we're going with this. I mean, because look what happened with other things they've bought, you know, Disney, which they've acquired and ruined, you know, like they ruined Star Wars, they're ruining Marvel, and they ruined Home Alone. So they're probably going to do the same with this, so yeah. So I'm not going to watch this movie, guys. I refuse to watch it, so yeah. In my opinion, guys, the story perfectly closed with the third movie, and I like to pretend it stayed that way. Because, to be honest, guys, you know, the third movie, we had a beautiful ending, so yeah. That's why, guys, I'm going to pretend that Night at the Museum is only these 3 movies. And that's how it's going to be for me. So, only the first movie, second movie, and the third movie. Yes, even though I don't have a second movie, guys, I'm going to pretend that, you know, this trilogy is all it is for Night at the Museum, because I don't watch a second movie over this planned Disney reboot sequel, because it's probably going to ruin the perfect ending of the third movie. Yeah, I know it's going to happen, guys, yeah, because Disney, you've got a track record of ruining my favourite franchises, so yeah. So yeah, when this movie comes out, guys, I'm just going to rewatch these 3. I am not going to waste my time on this new movie, so yeah. Anyway, guys, so this is me doing my ranking of a Night Museum trilogy from best to worst. So yeah, so you know the drill, guys. Be sure to give this video a like. Also, be sure to in the comments how you guys would rank Night Museum. We'll see how you guys would rank the movies. Also, be sure to join Team Palmer and subscribe for movies coming in the future. If you'd like to be a member, you can press join. Please, that's all you can leave in the description, and I'll see you all later.